For centuries, knowledge has been hidden in plain sight across the sands of time. Whispers of lost civilizations, cryptic symbols, and forbidden histories have been erased or concealed. What if the truth was never lost, but hidden? Welcome to Eye of Ancient Mysteries, where the past speaks and the future listens. Sit back, open your mind, and prepare to uncover the untold secrets of our world. Let the journey begin now. Why was Pyotr Garyaev killed? Wave, quantum, genetics, genetic weapons, genetic vaccines, RNA killers with quantum activation, COVID-19 to quantum virus, quantum protection. The well-known French immunologist Dr. Jacques Benveniste, 1935-2004, studied the electromagnetic radiation of the living cell. Through his research, Benveniste tried to prove that every liquid, but especially water, retains memory and can reproduce the structure of substances once dissolved in it. In 1988, the prestigious scientific journal Nature published an article by immunologist Benveniste reporting the results of his experiments. The French immunologist called the manifested HNO properties water memory. It should be noted that official science did not accept Benveniste's conclusions. Many years later, Nobel laureate Professor Luc Montagnier continued Benveniste's work and repeated his experiments. One of the professor's most interesting laboratory tests is the following. In his Paris laboratory, he recorded the electromagnetic signal emitted by a substance used for the experiment dissolved in water. Then the recording of the signal was sent by email to an Italian laboratory, where it was reproduced on a device invented by Jacques Benveniste, and they began irradiating with that signal a test tube containing pure water. After some time, the substance that had been in the Paris laboratory appeared in the test tube. Thus the non-material carrier, electromagnetic waves, created a material structure using water as a template. Essentially, Benveniste's experiments were needed by Montagnier to prove that water is a building material and that the matrix, i.e., the carrier of information for the cell, has an electromagnetic nature. He described this discovery in the article. Electromagnetic signals are produced by aqueous nanostructures derived from bacterial DNA sequences. The electromagnetic signals are produced by aqueous nanostructures derived from bacterial DNA sequences. If this discovery is confirmed, then it would in fact prove the non-material origin of life, which you will agree already has philosophical and even religious significance, at the same time that Luc Montagnier is playing with water. Another exceptional Russian scientist is performing wonders. This is Pyotr Garyaev, founder of the Institute of Linguistics and Wave Genetics, Doctor of Biological Sciences, Academician of the Russian Academy of Medical and Technical Sciences, Academician of the Russian Academy of Natural Sciences. He was nominated for the 2021 Nobel Prize. Put simply, have you ever wondered why people can be ill for years, or even a lifetime, if the cells in the body are constantly renewing themselves? They should not get sick. The point is that cells and their chromosomes are miniature quantum biocomputers which, over time, accumulate errors in their programs. These programs can be corrected with the help of quantum information taken from young cells. This is the essence of the method used by Pyotr Garyaev, explained in accessible language. Using a special laser device, the information contained in cord blood, the placenta, the patient's blood, or a photograph of your own healthy child is read. The information is converted into special audio and video programs that can be used for self-treatment. This can also be transmitted to close relatives. How is the information delivered? You simply listen to an audio recording made individually for you. The question arises, what can linguistic wave genetics, a new field in genetics, the creation of the great scientist Pyotr Garyaev, achieve in practical terms? I will list only part of what has already been applied to patients and documented by the scientist: regeneration of part of the rectum, regeneration of teeth, restoration of hair, recovery of lost vision, gradual healing of Charcot-Marie syndrome, healing from cystic fibrosis, considered an incurable disease, healing from bone and breast cancer, simultaneous normalization of the condition of a group of people, rapid and complete recovery from cerebral hemorrhage and paralysis, anti-diabetic effects, restoration of damaged brain tissue after injury, healing from Down syndrome, slowing aging, capabilities of wave genetics in human healing. Pyotr Garyaev genetic weapons. Genetic weapons are a new type of weapon capable of altering the human genetic code. Genetic weapons damage DNA by changing its primary structure, affecting not only the targeted individual but also their descendants. DNA stores the differences between people at the cellular level. Every human genome contains proteins structured in a particular way. Their combination determines a person's appearance, lifespan, behavior, etc. The basis of genetic weapons lies in the selective targeting of individuals belonging to a certain race, ethnicity or nationality, sex, age, and other anthropological features, which scientists determine by analyzing DNA structure. In this sense, various genetically engineered viruses and bacteria can be genetic weapons. They are capable of embedding themselves into the chromosome of a cell, causing mutations and subsequent hereditary changes. In American institutes, since the year 2000, a program has been operating to collect genetic material from residents of various parts of the planet. It is officially considered part of a project called 1,000 Genomes, conducted under the aegis of Improving Methods for Treating Neurological Diseases. The International Genome Sample Resource, IGSR. Within the framework of the experiment, researchers from the USA collected blood from indigenous inhabitants of Europe and Asia, as well as from America and Africa. Have you heard of a virus with electromagnetic emissions? If not, why was Pyotr Garyaev killed? Wave quantum genetics, genetic weapons, genetic vaccines, RNA killer with quantum activation, COVID-19, a quantum virus, quantum protection, wave quantum genetics. The well-known French immunologist Dr. Jacques Benveniste, 1935-2004, studied the electromagnetic radiation of the living cell. Through his research, Benveniste tried to prove that every liquid, especially water, retains memory and can reproduce the structure of substances once dissolved in it. In 1988, the prestigious scientific journal Nature published an article by immunologist Benveniste reporting the results of the experiments. The French immunologist called the manifested H2O properties water memory. It should be noted that official science did not accept Benveniste's conclusions. Many years later, Nobel laureate Professor Luc Montagnier continued Benveniste's work and repeated his experiments. Well, what did Rothschild mean back in 1992 with this photo and the title, Changing Your Genus? The Rothschilds announced their intention to change the human genome as early as 1992. Cover of The Economist magazine from 1992. On May 1, 1992, The Economist wrote on its cover, Changing Your Genes. The birth of the New World Order, everything is going according to plan. We recall that mRNA technology was discovered in 1984 by Dr. Robert Malone, who at that time was awarded the Nobel Prize and who is now revealing the truth about mRNA vaccines.